This video is brought to you by Scopic.com. Get yours now.
Hey guys, welcome back. This is Phil from Education.com, and what I have before me is a Huawei MediaPad M2. So it's been there for quite a while, and we just got our hands on this guy. It's an 8-inch tablet with the full HD display, and it says hi-fi class sound effect, and I'm not entirely sure if it's hi-fi class, but it's got a Harman Kardon tuning and certification, and that's a good thing. Well, considering that Harman Kardon has been providing those sound effects ideas for other manufacturers like the HTC, this is not exactly new, but still, it's better than having nothing on the audio part. It's a full metal shell, Huawei patented visual enhancement. With the color enhancement, eye care mode, screen can be seen clearly under sunshine. That's great. That's amazing, Huawei. Ultra fast speed. It's got a Huawei Kirin 930 processor with the 5 GHz and 2.4 GHz dual band Wi-Fi AC. That's great. All right, so let's try to unbox it. Inside the box is the Huawei MediaPad M2 itself, and we're going to open that up with a bunch of accessories included with the packaging. Talking about the MediaPad M2, it's not exactly the cheapest tablet that you can get around there. Just like other Huawei devices, they are considerably expensive for a Chinese manufacturer, but that is often compensated by the better quality of Huawei devices. So here's manual safety information and a product warranty. That's great. And here's a little charger that supports a 5V 2A output. Considering that, it should mean that it does not support any fancy technologies like the quick charge. So the tip here is that if it doesn't support the quick charge, you might as well include at least a 2A charger like this one, because so many manufacturers like Samsung and LG declines to put a high amps charger and rather put a 0.85 of charger, which takes a very long time, but rather Huawei did something better. There is a micro USB cable there, and that's pretty much it. No earphones. All right. I think it's Apple which started, this not including the earphone for the tablets kind of trend, and I'm not welcoming that. They have messed up the whole industry. Although I do like the iPads. All right, here's a little protective plastic which we are going to peel off as of time right now, because that indeed is the best part of unboxing the new device. And here's a little camera there with the LED flash. Having a flash on a tablet, that's great. Huawei logo, not exactly the most beautiful logo in the world. And there's a Harman Kardon logo because they, again, certified and fine-tuned the audio system on this guy. There is a little certification logo that's a Huawei Technologies with an ugly font. They should refine that. And there's a power key along with the volume rocker, which we're going to press right now so we can get right into the settings screen by the time that I'm done with explaining all the parts of the device. Here's a little flap that grants you access to the micro SD and the SIM card slot of an unknown size, probably micro SIM, it says right there. So micro SIM and micro SD card expansion up to 256 gigabytes, and it's booting up. And that actually sounds pretty nice. Maybe not hi-fi quality, but still, that sounds like a pretty good speaker. There is a micro USB port and the speaker on top along with the earphone jack. An odd choice of position. I prefer them on the bottom of the device. And there is another speaker on the bottom, hence making a dual stereo speaker. Microphone is right there, nothing to the left side, and that's done with the interesting parts. So let's dive right into the settings. Huawei has their proprietary theming called the EMUI, their interface based on Android. So this guy particularly is running Android 5.1.1. We'll have to see if that can be updated to Android Marshmallow further because we have just unboxed it. It's got a full HD display and 16 GB of storage, and perhaps we can make that a little bit brighter by pulling the slider. Kirin 930 Silicon is built in with 2 GB of RAM. So there is two versions, 2 GB of RAM, 16 GB of storage, and as another pair offers 3 GB of RAM and 32 GB of storage, which both of them are expandable. You can get the Wi-Fi only or the LTE version of the device, and you can see that there is a rather thick bezel onto it, and I'm not exactly denying the necessity of the bezels on a tablet because you will need somewhere to hold, unlike your mobile phone. But this is particularly more apparent than the other tablets. So here's a bezel, and it's very, very noticeable. That's the basics of it. So here is the Huawei MediaPad M2. It seems like a pretty nice device on a first glance. The build quality is actually pretty good. It's very solid, and the back panel is a piece of metal. That's always a good thing. So Harman Kardon fine-tuned MediaPad M2. We'll have to see how that performs in real life, and we'll come back with a review very soon. So stay tuned, and you can always meet us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. And we'll see you guys later. Ciao.